Hi guys, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bongi and I'm a fitness coach. I basically help people to live a healthier life through food and exercising. So that's what I do. Please, before we start with the video, kindly subscribe. If you're new on the channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Like this video if you love the content, and also you can press the notification bell so that when I upload a video next time or in future, you can be able to see it faster, right? You can be notified about that. Okay, so today we're gonna talk about how you can cheat your way to a healthier lifestyle. All right, guys, this is a topic that is very close to my heart because also, yeah, I struggled with this for a long time until I decided that I need to cheat. Right. Okay. Let me explain this. Um, One day you wake up in the morning and you are so excited that you gonna it's a Sunday and you say, tomorrow I'm going to start exercising, which is a Monday. You now start to go back to your wardrobe and get your tights and start fitting them and start checking your running shoes and start checking what you're going to be doing. Or you say, I'm going to start by going for a jog or a walk or a run, whatever it is that you might decide to do. What has happened then? Exactly at that point in time, you just got motivated. Right. Now, it was a Sunday, and you're just sitting, chilling, and watching a documentary, or an advert came up that said something about changing your body, especially now that it's the new year, or any time. And then you decide, you know what? I am going to do this. What has just happened? What happened is that you got motivated. Now, you got motivated to take action. So, motivation get us to take an action, right? It's a very good way of getting us off the couch and letting us go out there and to start doing, take the first step towards what we want to do. We have all seen this. When it's the new year, everybody goes to the gym. They get motivated. They want it to be this and that according to their body goals. And because they're so motivated, they have these goals written or resolutions and whatever that they have that they want to achieve, and they go for it. However, guys, after a week of you doing what got you to do, what you decided to do maybe from a week ago, then after a week you're like, hang on, I'm tired. I don't feel like doing this anymore. Now you forget to set up an alarm. You forget that there is something that you're supposed to attend that has to do with your goal, or you're supposed to log into that online fitness class. You forget there are a lot of things that just come into your way, and you postpone, you postpone, and you postpone. It has happened to me. It has happened to me many times, guys. It has happened to me many times in many things. Until, until. Now, let me just say this before I say any untils. Let me just say this: motivation gets you to start. The thing about motivation is very good in helping you to start on what you want to do. But it is not the brother It is not the brother who's gonna stick with you all the way. This is not the guy who is willing to walk down the aisle with you. I know. Motivation is not the guy who's in it to win it. No. Motivation likes excitement. Motivation just likes to get you hyped up. Motivation is that kind of a guy who doesn't. It's that kind of a friend who leaves you in a high vibration. You're like, I can do this. I can take on the whole world. And motivation disappears just like that. Then you are down. Like, hang on, but what happened to me? I used to be, and now you're singing the song that I used to be. Now, what has happened then is that motivation has actually left. You guessed it right. Motivation is gone because motivation is something that happens just for a short period of time, very temporal to get you moving closer to where you're supposed to do. Now, the video is about how can you cheat your way to a healthier lifestyle, my friend. Now, this is what you need to do. We've all heard people say that you need or keys, consistency, discipline is this, and they are right. They are right. It's just that they don't tell us how right they are, how they actually get to do that, and building consistency and discipline and all these big words for them to win it at the end of the day. They don't tell us. What they tell us is that discipline, consistency, and this and that. You're like, is it something that I can just go to a shop and buy this consistency? How do I build it? How do I get introduced to consistency so that I can be able to keep on? Because when motivation is gone, I can't be able to move on and get to do the things that I wanted to do because I feel so down. I feel like a failure. I feel like I've wasted my time, not really wasted my time, but I feel like, why did I even start? Sometimes when we get into some of these projects, we invest, obviously, time is money. We invest some time on doing. We tend to neglect some of the things that we're supposed to do, and we put things in priority and say, this is what now we're going to do because we feel that this is more important than the other. And so we lose touch of other things while we're concentrating on that one thing, for example. Now, when that thing just disappears, we then feel like, oh my God, I have to go back to my friends now. I haven't been seeing them for a long time because I was exercising online. I was going for a jog, and they were just sitting there saying, we're going to see how far we're going to go and all of that. But anyway, so you now you're back to like square one, and you feel so discouraged that how could I do this to myself? What has happened? How can I go back? I feel like a failure. Will I ever lose the weight that I want to lose? Will I ever get to the weight size that I want to? Will this gym ever fit me again? Oh, will I be able to play with my kids at the park if I cannot really maintain what I just started for the last 2 weeks? And then motivation will be gone. Now, what I want you to know is that while motivation is very temporary, it's good for us to have motivation. It's good for us to have motivation. First of all, when you go on a date, my friend, with motivation, start taking notes and say, motivation, why should I even do this? Write all the reasons that motivation is going to be giving you. Write down those reasons and write down your whys, why I should do, so that when motivation is gone, then you are left with the why you were supposed to do, why you started doing the thing in the first place. But don't worry, guys, because when motivation is gone, you will be left with two brothers, two inseparable twin brothers of motivation. You see, when motivation hits on you, wow, when motivation start, hitting on you, ask motivation, because obviously motivation is going to ask you to a date. Like, there is no way motivation does that all the time. Motivation takes you to a date, takes you to a place that you've never been, and say, here, this is what you have to do, this is it. And motivation will show you how you're going to be when you are done doing what you guys are going to do. Now you're going to ask motivation why, and then you write down all these things why you should do these things. All you write down all the things, and then you ask motivation, do you have brothers that you can introduce me to? I really just would like to take this relationship of ours to the next level. So if you can introduce me to your brothers, because I would like to interview them, just to see, to hear how are you as a person. Motivation, all right? That time you're still motivated. You're really falling for this guy. You are falling for the goal. You're falling for your own body goals. You are still doing. So on the first date with motivation, on those first 2 weeks of you being motivated, going to the gym, ask motivation to give you all the reasons. Ask motivation to introduce you to the brothers, and make sure that you set up that date, coffee date, my friend, with the two brothers, which is consistency and discipline. All right? Bring with you during a date with consistency and discipline. Bring with you all the things, the why, all the things that you've written down to say, the ones that you discussed with motivation when motivation was hitting on you. Bring those to discipline and motivate. Discipline and consistency, sorry. Bring those there to them, and make sure that these guys, they interrogate your whys and put in even more flesh into your whys. Why are you doing what you're supposed to do? Why did you go on a date with motivation the same place? What made you to attract you? What made you attracted to motivation? What is it? What is it that you want to get out of this? Because you see, the two brothers that you are always being told about, that you will never get anywhere if you are not disciplined or your consistency. Consistency is key. When you get these two, which is discipline and consistency, don't play around. Make sure that you give them your proposal and say, here is the thing. I'm so motivated to do this. Discipline here, I am so motivated to do these things. Now, this is what happens. When you go on a date with motivation, you write down all these things. You ask motivation to introduce you to the brothers, the two brothers, who are the inseparable twins. They always go together, discipline and consistency. You will not go wrong, guys. Because you see, when you do not get to know why you are doing what you're doing, what in it for you, what is the biggest goal, personal, according to you, that you want to get out of this, when motivation leaves you, you will then be left like a piece of shit. just there, and not be able to do anything and feeling helpless. Now, you need to make sure that you get to meet discipline and consistency the first few weeks of you having been motivated on getting to know what you're supposed to do and going on a date with motivation. The things that could make you be disciplined, when you're with motivation, you need to be very clear why you're doing. You discuss those things and make sure how many times you're going to do this, and how much time, realistically, how much time you need to get from a current weight that you will be in that state to the next level of you where you want yourself to be and you see yourself being in the future. So you then need to be very clear of those things in the first weeks of you starting on the thing, so that when you then start being not so motivated, you go back to the drawing board. You go back there and say, this is what we said. Referring to you, yourself, and yourself. This is what we said we're going to do. Did we reach that? What is it that has made us not to? How can we do it better? Now, let me tell you this. Disciplined people and consistent people, they were not just born like that. It's people who also struggle, and they've struggled. But it's people who just persist on what they want. You know, that persistent cough that the doctor would normally say you have a persistent cough and prescribe some medication for you. Those are the people. It's like those people. They go each and every day. Now also, people think that discipline is like doing these big things. No. Discipline is about doing like 10 minutes of that workout. 10 minutes of that writing down how you feel before you sleep and what you're grateful for. 10 minutes of just sitting and enjoying your life and not feeling overwhelmed about what is going on around you. 5 minutes of taking some time and walking, whatever, it's the small steps. I think we always think that when motivation hits us, we're gonna sit and do the same thing the whole time. Obviously, at the beginning we could, but as you go on and you incorporate and making sure that motivation comes into discipline and consistency helps you to get through each and every day and to maintain the journey of what we have started, you then realize that the little you do, the better for you. You don't need big things. You need small steps for you to be able to get big things. Because your goal is big there. And then sometimes when motivation hits you and then you get to be so demotivated and discouraged in such a way that you drop all the way down, and when you look up, you cannot see yourself climbing. But now you have to then look up and come back and look where you are and ask yourself, what kind of a step that I can take today to work towards what I want? And that, my friend, is what disciplined people do. They didn't just wake up and became disciplined. No. It took them time to making sure that when the alarm hit and they have a workout session to do online, they stand up and don't postpone the alarm. Don't snooze it. And they wake up and do the thing. If they said they're going to do a healthier breakfast when they have to go to before going to work on that day, they wake up as early as it's necessary so that they can do all the things so that their day can be good. So it's all about that. Then it's all about discipline. It's all about doing small things, making sure that everything that you're going to do is very small, but it's towards what you want to do. Making sure that you build onto the small things. If yesterday you did something small like drinking 2 glasses of water a day, it's a win. Tomorrow you're going to say you're adding another glass of water, which is 3 days. And disciplined people, they know how to pat themselves on the back and say, well done, friend, you've done so well. Tomorrow we hit it again, bruh, because we are in it to win it. Don't worry, we're going to do the smallest one. If we can do half, just the same thing plus the half that we did, then we will be done. We would have done 3.5 of those classes. And they say, well done. You can do more. You can do again tomorrow. They're all about doing tomorrow and doing again and again. And that's how, guys, when you do work out the muscles, you feel the pain when you work out. Then you are done working out, you get back to your life after 2 days or after a day, the muscles, they're no longer hurting. And while the muscles are hurting, nothing has changed. Like literally, you will never see when did you start changing. All of a sudden, one day, you're like, oh, I have this shoulder. I didn't know. It's because you kept on doing and doing. And when motivation was gone and when you couldn't see anything happening to you, you kept on doing because you had faith, you have the discipline, and you were just consistent. And you hope that you're going to get the results, and you do get them. So, my friend, that's what I wanted to share with you, that if you want to cheat your life, or you want to cheat on your fitness journey, cheat with the 3 people. Start with motivation. Ask motivation to introduce you to the 2 brothers who are twins. They won't let you down. They won't let you down, but make sure that you really make that first date with motivation worth a while. That first date with motivation is the one and is the number 1 key that will take you to where you want to go. So be intentional about that date. Have a pen and paper. Write down, baby. Write down what you want and how you want it to be, and the smallest steps that you have to take, and they will make you happier to do what you can do every day towards what you want to achieve, and you will definitely see results, guys. That was it for me today about this video. If you love this, please thumbs up and subscribe on the channel. Make sure that you press the notification bell, because I'm going to be posting videos like this and sharing with you some content and information and tips that you would like to know on your fitness journey and your eating healthier. By the way, talking about eating healthier, we are doing the 4 weeks of eating mindfully for your body goals, where we're checking the things that you eat and how they impact what you want to do and how you can watch where we're checking the things and the food that we eat as to how they impact our body goals and our future body goals currently. Okay, so that's what I do. Hit me up and connect with me on Facebook and Instagram. I am there, guys, and search for me as Happy Fit Bongi, fitness coach. You will find me and let's connect. I'm also going to put the WhatsApp number there that you can find me on, and the email that you can find me on, so that we can chat, guys, and ask me any questions that you might have related to fitness and eating healthier. Yes, and from me to you guys, I would like to say thank you for watching. Until next time, we'll chat soon. Bye bye. Remain happy fit, guys. Bye.